my name is Alta and I am with Alta Makeup Art. This is my first tutorial. I'm going to be talking about the architecture and execution of the iconic brow, and this is part 2 of my blog. We're going to start with the base of the brow, and we're going to come into the base of the brow using our powder. Right in the base, we're going to add our powder in, working right into the middle of the brow. And we're using our Cinema Secrets angled detail brush. And as I'm kind of adding the color in, I'm starting with the base and I'm sweeping up using an auburn color. And right into the base. This is a Smashbox product that I'm using, and it's their Brow Tech. And it has 2 different colors, so I'm using the darker color to kind of give us the depth that we need. And as we're coming up into the brow peak, I'm taking my color and I'm blending the 2 together. So now we're completely filled in. I'm going to grab a little bit more of my darker color, and again at the bottom brow line I'm going to draw a straight line underneath the brow itself. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of the MAC Prep and Prime. This is in a color called Radiant Rose. And it's great because it has like a nice tight brush. I'm going to come right underneath the brow. And I'm going to highlight right up against the brow that we just added in. That to me really makes the brow pop. You're giving that highlight line up against it. And then for her tail, I'm going to choose another product that is brand new on the market. It's by Stila Cosmetics, and it's their Stale Day Waterproof Brow Color. And I'm actually going to use that in medium. It's kind of like a gel pen. It sort of looks like an eyeliner, but once you add it into the brow, you get these beautiful hair strokes that allow you to really create dimension in your brows. So I'm doing that starting at the bottom brow line, working up towards the middle and up into the brow peak itself. And then I'm coming down right at the brow edge, the brow tail. And I talked about in my blog how using multiple colors when you have multiple dimensional hair color, it's really important to kind of add that into your brows as well. It gives it a more natural look. So now I'm taking the Stila pen and I'm just sort of doing a flecking motion, which is sort of you apply the product to the actual base and then you move upwards in sort of like hair-like motions, little flecks. That just breaks up the brow color itself and gives you more dimension. And as you can see, I really didn't push her brow arch up as far as I normally would if we were doing like a photo shoot. This is more of an everyday kind of brow, which I think most of you are after. Now that we have our beautiful natural brow, am going to show you how to get more of an editorial look, adding multiple products. We're going to use not only the brow powders and the pen, but we're also going to utilize a pencil that I really like by Chanel. So I'm going to walk in and I'm going to add that pencil right in. This is going to give me my shape that I need. And I'm going, if you notice, right into the middle of the brow, which is where I want to start building up the arch. And I'm actually applying quite a bit of product. I'm using a heavy hand. And I'm coming down the side of the tail of the eyebrow. And I'm drawing in a real definitive line. And I'm not really too worried right now about the actual strokes or the product that's being built up there. It's going to look a little grainy as you're working, but you can always smooth that out with an angled brush. So Alex, her natural brows are pretty straight across, and so I'm using the plane from the top part of the brow and the bottom part of the brow to kind of guide me right in the middle of the eye to give me more of that brow arch that I want, the iconic eyebrow. Okay, I'm going to stop there with my actual pencil, and I'm going to grab my angled brush, which is my Cinema Secrets. Let me flip it around so you can actually see it. This is a $7 brush that Cinema Secrets makes. I buy them in bulk. I'm going to add in 2 new brow colors. This is Auburn, again, from the Brow Tech Smashbox. These little guys right here. And then there is our Cinema Secrets angled. I'm also going to add in the brunette because I do want a little bit more drama, so let's do that now. I'm adding the Auburn first, right in the center of the brow. That's where I want my true color to lie, or the hair color. And I'm going a little thicker. A little thicker than I normally would. And what I find with bottom brow line is it's the most important thing that you could be neglecting in your routine. I find that if it's not strong, it doesn't give you the shape that you need to really recreate something that'll look like this. So I'm filling in. And now I'm going to go ahead and switch to the brunette, which is the top color. And I'm dipping in the brunette, and then I'm dipping in the taupe color that comes with it. I'm going to go right into the base part of her brow right here. And then I'm going to start using the side of my angle brush, pushing my brush up. So I'm stamping it at the base here, and then I'm pushing upwards. On my own brows, I have black hair, so I tend to use a taupe color throughout most of it. And then I use black for my bottom brow line, and I do that often, and it makes for eyebrows that people stop me and ask me all the time, how do you get your brows like that? How do you do that? So I figured I'd pass that on to you. I'm going to have Alex turn her head just a little bit. Perfect. And the base of the brow, which is right here where my brush is kind of the attitude of the brow. And then as you get up here into the arch, this is the stiletto of the eyebrow. The higher you go, the sexier the brow. So I am going to push her brow up as far as I can. When I say push, I'm literally pushing the color upward. I'm going to stop there for just a second. I'm going to grab a little bit of the auburn, and I'm going to take my auburn and I'm going to just kind of give that color a blend. Alright, that's really nice. I'm liking that. And I'm going to come down the outside of the peak. I'm going to grab my Stila product. So we're really utilizing everything here. I'm going to do that in our Stila Stay All Day Waterproof color. This is in light. Okay, so this is the lightest color they offer. And I'm literally drawing her a very sexy little tail with that. There is no other product on the market that I know of that gives you the precision that this particular pen does. I'm going to have you turn your head back. Perfect. So we're now seeing the end of the tail. And we're making that bottom brow line absolutely picture perfect. Alright, I'm going to grab my last and little final product. I love pens, highlighter pens. They're really amazing. This is the kind of product that you're going to want to pick up at the mat counter. This product is in, again, the Radiant Rose, and I'll show you exactly what I do with it on the outside portion of the brow. This is awesome because it's really an eraser. It's an eraser with a very fine-tuned brush. So now I'm coming in with my product loaded on my brush, which means I've turned it up and I've kind of put it on the back of my hand a little. Mixed color on each side, and now I'm using it to slice that little brow into submission there. And this particular product comes in 3 different shades. I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to very, very lightly touch the product and blend it as I go. You can use a brush too. I'm going to do the same thing on top of the brow, just for a little extra sass and precision. And then I'm going to go right here in that bottom brow line. And add a little bit of highlight there too. You can knock some of the product off your brush and actually use it to blend, which is what I'm going to do right now. You just want to kind of use a very soft hand when you're doing that. And there you go. There you have your editorial eyebrow. You have your natural and you have your editorial. And thank you so much for joining me.